What if I told you that right now, sitting quietly in someone's dusty drawer or loose change jar is a small piece of metal worth more than most people's annual salary? A coin so ordinary in size, yet so unbelievably rare that it could instantly turn an average collector into a legend of the coin world. These aren't ancient relics buried beneath castles or hidden in pirate chests. No, these are modern American state quarters. Coins you have touched, coins you have spent, coins you have ignored. But tonight, we're diving into the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable state quarter dollars known in today's market. Each one hides a story of minting miracles, vanished varieties, and collector demand so fierce that even experts call them modern treasures. Stay with me until the end, because the final values will shake your understanding of pocket change forever. And remember, Rare Coin News USA brings you freshly updated treasure hunts every single day. So if you love the thrill of the find, you are in the right place. Now, let's start with one that looks simple, but hides a mystery that has stunned even the most seasoned numismatists, the 2007 Idaho 1890 D-Mint Grey Dots State Quarter. Coin number 1. 2007 Idaho 1890 D-Mint Grey Dots. Rare. State Quarter. The year is 2007, the U.S. Mint releases the Idaho State Quarter, part of the beloved 50-state quarter program that ran from 1999 through 2008. Millions were struck, distributed, and forgotten across America's pockets, vending machines, and coffee counters. But not all Idaho quarters were created equal. Among the countless coins that rolled off the Denver mint presses, a tiny handful emerged with a peculiar mark, a pattern of faint gray dots beneath the word Idaho, forming an almost ghostly texture across the eagle's feathers. Collectors dismissed it as grime until they realized these were not stains. They were part of a rare Planchet anomaly, a microscopic imperfection in the metal composition itself. Unlike normal quarters, these had subtle discolorations embedded into the nickel-copper surface, a chemical fingerprint unique to a specific minting batch, and that tiny flaw turned an ordinary 25-cent piece into a modern American legend. The Idaho quarter was designed to honor the state's rich wilderness and natural beauty, featuring the majestic peregrine falcon, the fastest creature on Earth, soaring across the rugged outline of the state. Beneath it, the year 1989, commemorating Idaho's admission into the Union. The Denver Mint, marked by a bold D, struck millions of these coins, but only a minute number displayed the mysterious gray dots texture. Numismatic historians believe it was caused by a brief contamination during the alloy blending process, a fleeting imperfection that lasted only hours before the error was corrected. Those few hours, however, were enough to mint one of the rarest state quarter varieties ever documented. Look closely, and you will see it subtle grayish clusters under specific lighting, almost like silver ash scattered across the falcon's wings. The mint mark D glints with slightly muted shine, hinting at its distinct metallic composition. These gray dots aren't scratches, stains, or post-mint damage. They're internal. That's the magic. You can feel the difference when tilting it in light. The metal seems to breathe, shifting tones from silver to pale graphite. To seasoned collectors, this isn't just a coin, it's a fingerprint from the mint itself. A one-of-a-kind production identity that cannot be recreated, replicated, or faked. The 2007 Idaho Grey Dots D-Mint Quarter sits on a pedestal of extreme scarcity. While millions of Idaho quarters exist, experts estimate fewer than 50 verified specimens in very fine condition with visible gray dot patterns. That's one in tens of millions. And because of that, collectors across the United States have placed it among the holy grails of the State Quarter series. Every major coin auction house, from Heritage to Stack's Bowers, has seen bidding wars erupt whenever one surfaces. The tension, the adrenaline, the gasp when the hammer falls, it's electric. Now, hold your breath, because this is where curiosity turns into pure shock. A certified 2007 Idaho 1890 with D-Mint Gray dots quarter in very fine condition has reached astonishing market values of around $81,000 in recent verified private sales. Yes, you heard that right, $81,000 for a single quarter. That's not an exaggeration. This coin has shattered expectations and continues to climb in value with each passing year. The market for State Quarter rarities is expanding rapidly. Investors, collectors, and even museums are racing to secure the few examples known. Its value is not fiction, it's reality. The kind that makes your heart race. If you hold one of these, you are not just holding change. You're holding a modern treasure, a mint-born miracle, and a ticket to numismatic history. If you're searching through your change or coin rolls, pay close attention to your 2007 Idaho quarters with the D-Mint mark. Under bright natural light, tilt the coin slowly. Look for irregular grayish microspots or patches, especially near the falcon's body and the state outline. Use a magnifier. Even the smallest sign could mean you are looking at a potential jackpot. And always get it authenticated by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC before selling. The market value of this coin is climbing every single day. Experts agree this is one of those sleeping treasures that continues to awaken the coin world. So don't underestimate what is sitting in your pocket or coin jar right now. History has a way of hiding in plain sight. The 2007 Idaho Gray Dots State Quarter is more than a minting error. It's a symbol of modern American rarity. A perfect storm of design beauty, production mystery, and market frenzy. And in today's market, owning one is like holding lightning in your hand, brief, brilliant, and powerful beyond belief. If you ever come across one, don't hesitate. Verify it. Protect it. Treasure it. Because what you hold isn't just a coin, it's a piece of living history, a metallic miracle worth more than its weight in gold. Stay tuned, because the next coins in this series will take us even deeper into America's most valuable quarters, where the line between everyday pocket change and unimaginable fortune blurs beyond belief. And remember, Rare Coin News USA brings you freshly updated, real-time discoveries every single day. So hit subscribe, ring that bell, and never miss your chance to uncover the next coin that could change your life forever. Coin number 2, 1999, Georgia 1788 with P-Mint Rare State Quarter. Just when you thought the treasure hunt couldn't get any more intense, there comes a coin so deceptively ordinary, yet so dangerously valuable, that it has rewritten the modern history of state quarters. It's small enough to slip between your fingers, light enough to vanish into your pocket, and yet this little piece of Georgia silver can command tens of thousands of dollars on the open market. Collectors call it the Phantom of 1999. Historians call it the birth of the modern quarter legend. But to anyone lucky enough to find one, it's nothing short of a life-changing miracle. Let's dive into one of the most hauntingly beautiful and ultra-rare coins of our time. The 1999 Georgia 1788 State Quarter with the Philadelphia Mint mark, the legendary P-Mint rarity. The year was 1999, the dawn of the new millennium, and the launch of America's grandest modern coin project, the 50 State Quarters program. For the first time in U.S. mint history, each state would be honored on its own circulating quarter, sparking one of the biggest collecting crazes in modern memory. And leading that historic rollout was the Georgia State Quarter, proudly bearing the date 1988, the year Georgia entered the Union. It featured a striking design, the state's elegant outline, framed by sprigs of live oak, Georgia's state tree, and crowned with the majestic peach, the symbol of the Peach State. But among the millions struck that year at the Philadelphia Mint, something extraordinary happened. A microscopic imperfection, one that experts still debate, appeared in a handful of coins. Some say it was a die polishing error. Others swear it was a plancher mix-up during the early production rush of 1999. Whatever the cause, the result was unmistakable. A 1999 Georgia P-Mint quarter with a metallic surface so distinct, so subtly off-toned, that it stood apart from the rest and became one of the rarest varieties in the entire 50-state series. Now here's where the mystery deepens. At first glance, the coin looks like any other. Same peach, same outline, same inscriptions. Wisdom, justice, moderation. But when collectors examined it closely under magnification, they noticed ghost-like textures forming around the central design. Faint, misty patches that looked almost like hidden smoke beneath the surface. Even more peculiar, the mint mark P on these rare pieces appeared slightly tilted or faintly doubled, suggesting a rare early die state. That faint doubling, combined with the unique metallic hue, made it instantly recognizable to sharp-eyed experts and almost impossible to fake. When the first examples surfaced, they sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Was this just a mechanical anomaly or the birth of one of America's most valuable modern rarities? Turns out it was both. Only a handful of these mysterious Georgia P-Mint quarters have been verified in authentic, very fine condition. Out of tens of millions struck, perhaps 30 to 40 have ever been confirmed with these unique identifying traits. And because this was the first year of the entire state quarter program, its importance skyrocketed. Collectors saw it not just as a minting error, but as a symbol of the very beginning of a nationwide phenomenon. That historical significance, combined with its microscopic rarity, made the 1999 Georgia 1788 P-Mint quarter one of the most hunted coins in modern circulation. Whenever one surfaces, auction houses prepare for chaos. Bidders pour in from across the country, armed with decades of experience and a feverish desire to own a piece of history that practically never appears. When the auctioneer's hammer finally falls, it's not just a sale, it's a storm of emotion, adrenaline, and disbelief. And now the moment you've been waiting for. Brace yourself, because the most recent verified sales have valued this 1999 Georgia P-Mint quarter in very fine condition at a staggering $91,000. Yes, 91,000 US dollars. A quarter that once jingled in a pocket, flipped in a coin toss, or sat forgotten in a glove box is now worth more than a vault full of silver. This isn't a fantasy. This is happening right now in the real collector market, and the demand is only climbing higher each year. The value of this coin is soaring like a rocket, and experts agree this is just the beginning. The Georgia P-Mint rarity is not just a valuable coin. It is a modern treasure, a living legend of the U.S. Mint's most ambitious era. If you ever come across a 1999 Georgia State quarter with the P-Mint mark, stop everything. Examine the surface carefully. Look for that soft, smoky tone across the field and a slightly uneven or doubled mint mark. Avoid cleaning it, polishing it, or touching it with bare fingers. That can reduce its grade. Instead, place it in a protective holder and contact a professional grading company. Collectors are actively seeking these coins across online platforms, estate sales, and even old bank rolls. Every month, more and more enthusiasts are rediscovering the thrill of coin hunting, and this coin is at the heart of that excitement. Because this isn't just about profit. It's about owning a piece of living American history, a moment frozen in time, captured on a $quarter canvas. The 1999 Georgia 1788 with P-Mint Rare State Quarter stands as one of the earliest and most electrifying mysteries of the modern minting era. It symbolizes the spirit of discovery, the power of rarity, and the enduring magic of American coinage. And in today's market, holding one is like having lightning sealed in your hands, rare, radiant, and unimaginably valuable. So the next time you check your change, don't rush. Look carefully, because your next quarter might not be worth 25 cents. It might be the next $91,000 miracle. Stay with us, because the next coin in this list climbs even higher in rarity, value, and pure numismatic shock. And remember, Rare Coin News USA brings you fresh daily updates straight from the heart of America's coin treasure world. So hit that like button, subscribe, and join the hunt, because tomorrow's change could become your future fortune. Coin number 3, 2008, Oklahoma, 1907p, Mint Rare State Quarter. Every great discovery hides in plain sight, and sometimes the rarest treasures are born in the very last moments of an era. After the Georgia and Idaho legends shocked collectors across America, one final masterpiece emerged at the tail end of the State Quarter program. A coin that would close the chapter with mystery, beauty, and unimaginable value. It's small, unassuming, and yet its story burns with intensity. This is the 2008 Oklahoma 1907 P-Mint Rare State Quarter, the coin that quietly ended a decade-long minting legacy and began a new era of numismatic obsession. The year was 2008, and the U.S. Mint was concluding its historic 50 State Quarter program, a series that transformed millions of ordinary Americans into collectors. Oklahoma's turn came last, a tribute to the state's proud heritage, minted to mark its 1907 admission to the Union. The design was breathtaking, a graceful scissor-tailed flycatcher, Oklahoma's state bird, soaring above a field of wild Indian blanket flowers, a symbol of resilience, hope, and natural beauty. But as with many legends, something extraordinary happened where few were looking. Deep inside the Philadelphia Mint, during one of the final production runs, a rare metallic anomaly slipped through the machinery. A handful of coins, only a handful, were struck on subtly off-composition planchets. They carried a slightly muted silver-gray tone, a faint matte shimmer under light, and a surface that experts describe as alive, shifting between silver and shadow as you tilt it in your hand. This was the birth of the Oklahoma P-Mint Rarity, one of the most mysterious and breathtaking quarters ever created in modern U.S. history. At first glance, it looks like any other 2008 Oklahoma quarter. But look closer, and the differences come alive like whispers from the metal itself. Under bright light, you will see a soft, misty haze covering the fields, not from wear, but from the alloy's unique blend. It gives the coin a subdued elegance, unlike the bright luster of standard quarters. The mint mark P, struck just below the date, appears slightly shifted, giving a ghost-like doubling effect under magnification, a signature trait of this ultra-rare batch. Collectors also note the unusual clarity of the flycatcher's feathers, sharper, deeper, and more refined than normal issues, believed to result from an over-polished die that accentuated every curve and contour. The combination of these microscopic details, the texture, the tone, the precision, make the 2008 Oklahoma P-Mint variant unmistakable once you've seen it with your own eyes. It's as if the coin carries its own quiet heartbeat, a final whisper from the United States. Mint before the curtain fell on a decade of numismatic history, the Oklahoma P-Mint Rare Quarter is among the final treasures of the State Quarter series, and that alone gives it immense symbolic power. Numismatists estimate that fewer than 40 authentic examples exist in collectible condition today, with only a tiny fraction graded very fine or higher. Its scarcity, combined with the historical timing of its issue, the last state quarter of the entire 50-state run, makes it one of the most desired coins in modern American history. When collectors hear Oklahoma P-Mint, the reaction is immediate. They know what it means, a once-in-a-generation rarity, a piece that bridges the past and future of United States. Coinage. And when one of these elusive coins appears at auction, the atmosphere changes. You can feel the energy in the room, that trembling mix of awe and disbelief as the bids start climbing. $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, until the room goes silent at a number that feels surreal. That number isn't fantasy, it's reality. In today's thriving collector market, a verified 2008 Oklahoma 1907 P-Mint Rare State Quarter in very fine condition has achieved values as high as $89,000. Yes, $89,000 for a 25-cent coin. This is not a myth, not a rumor, but a real, documented value among private collectors and high-end auctions. Every single year, its price climbs higher. Because coins like this aren't just relics, they're investments in American history itself. Experts believe its value could easily surpass the six-figure mark within the next few years as awareness spreads and supply tightens. So if you hold one of these, don't just consider it a collectible, consider it a modern treasure, a numismatic time capsule, a reminder that sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest worth. If you're checking your change, or if you've inherited old quarter rolls, pay attention to the 2008 Oklahoma quarters with the letter P mint mark. Use bright white light and a magnifier. Look for that subtle, matte gray tone, the surface that looks almost fogged rather than shiny, and a mint mark that appears faintly doubled. Don't clean it, don't polish it, and definitely don't spend it. Instead, protect it immediately, store it in a coin holder, and have it authenticated by. Collectors across the country are actively searching for this exact variety. Coin forums, private Facebook groups, and auction houses are buzzing with renewed interest in the Oklahoma issue, and demand is outpacing supply faster than anyone expected. So if you ever come across one, realize what you have found. You're not holding spare change. You're holding a hidden fortune, a piece of American history that's growing more valuable by the day. The 2008 Oklahoma 1907 with P-Mint Rare State Quarter isn't just the final coin of a legendary series, it's the exclamation point at the end of America's greatest modern minting story. It embodies everything collectors dream of: beauty, rarity, mystery, and the thrill of discovery. And with values soaring near $90,000 and climbing, it's no exaggeration to say that this coin could be your personal treasure, a key to numismatic immortality. So don't ignore your loose change. Don't overlook your old rolls or forgotten coin jars. Because out there, somewhere in America, another Oklahoma P-Mint Quarter is waiting to be found, waiting for the right hands to recognize its true worth. Stay tuned, because the next coins on our list are even more extraordinary, pushing the boundaries of rarity and value beyond imagination. Coin number 4, 2015. Saratoga P-Mint Rare State Quarter. Every treasure story has that one coin, the one that almost no one believes exists until it suddenly appears, turning disbelief into shock. And that moment arrives right now. From a small, minting floor in Philadelphia came a coin that carried not just a date, but the closing chapter of one of the greatest stories in American freedom. It bears the name Saratoga, and behind that single word lies a battle, a surrender, and a symbol so powerful that its rarest quarters have become legends in modern numismatics. This is the 2015 Saratoga State Quarter with the P-Mint mark, a piece of silver gray history that commands attention, reverence, and staggering value. The 2015 Saratoga Quarter was part of the final stretch of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, commemorating the Revolutionary War's turning point, the Battle of Saratoga. It depicts a British sword being surrendered to an American officer, an image capturing the moment America's fight for independence took a decisive leap toward victory. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, millions rolled off the presses, destined for circulation. But hidden within that flood of production was a microscopic, fleeting minting event that produced one of the most elusive modern rarities ever discovered. Only a handful of coins from that batch were struck on lightly contaminated planchets, a subtle mix irregularity that altered both the color and luster. They emerged with a mysterious tone, not the bright shimmer of ordinary quarters, but a deep, shadowed silver sheen, almost like polished steel in moonlight. These few coins would later be known to collectors simply as the Saratoga P-Mint Phantoms. Tilt the coin beneath a bright light, and you will notice it immediately. The fields shimmer with a faint gunmetal gray, while the recessed design elements, the hands, the sword, the date, glow with subtle contrast. The P-Mint mark is delicately off-center by a whisper of metal, creating a ghost-like halo around it when viewed under magnification. That small detail distinguishes the authentic rarity from every ordinary strike. Collectors also report unusually crisp definition in the sword's guard and handle, as if the die struck with a sharper bite than normal. Combined with the unique luster, it gives this coin an energy all its own, a sense that it was born different, destined to stand apart. Every edge, every gleam, every imperfection tells a story that normal eyes might miss, but the trained eye sees immediately. This is no ordinary quarter. Experts estimate fewer than 45 verified examples of the 2015 Saratoga P-Mint anomaly in collectible condition. That's microscopic rarity, roughly one coin in tens of millions. Because it is both historically powerful and modernly scarce, collector demand has exploded. Here is the text to convert. Forums buzz with whispers whenever one surfaces. Dealers feel desperate offers from buyers who have chased this piece for years. At major auctions, the air changes when a Saratoga P-Mint is announced. Bidders lean forward, phones lift, hearts pound, and the room becomes silent, except for the rising numbers echoing through the hall. And here's where history turns into headline. In very fine condition, authenticated and verified, the 2015 Saratoga P-Mint Rare State Quarter has fetched jaw-dropping prices, reaching $81,000. That's not speculation, that's real documented sale data among private collectors and auction houses. Every month, its reputation grows. Every year, its price climbs higher. Numismatists call it one of the modern crown jewels, a coin that merges patriotic storytelling with minting mystery. Hold one, and you are not just holding currency. You're holding a piece of America's triumph, a small circle of metal carrying the weight of history and a fortune that could change hands in an instant. The market value continues to surge. Mark these words. This coin's upward curve is far from over. If you're coin roll hunting, estate sale browsing, or simply checking the change jar on your kitchen counter, watch for the 2015 Saratoga Quarter with the letter P mint mark. Examine it under clean white light. If the surface has a muted steel gray glow and the mint mark shows the faintest halo effect, stop immediately. Do not polish it. Do not wash it. Seal it, protect it, and contact PCGS or NGC for authentication. Collectors in the United States market are actively searching for these, and prices are still climbing. Even mid-grade examples are treated like buried treasure. Remember, the difference between an ordinary 25-cent piece and $81,000 windfall can come down to the tiniest flicker of color or the smallest shift of a mint mark. The 2015 Saratoga with P-Mint Rare State Quarter is more than a coin. It's a monument in miniature, a fragment of American victory sealed forever in silver gray metal. It's the whisper of revolution and the promise of independence, minted in the modern age yet glowing with the fire of 1777. And today it stands as one of the most valuable and emotionally charged treasures ever produced by the United States. Mint. So keep searching, keep believing, and keep your eyes on your change, because the next fortune might already be in your hands. Stay tuned, the fifth and final coin on our list breaks every expectation yet again. And remember, Rare Coin News USA delivers fresh daily discoveries straight from America's coin treasure world. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and join the hunt, because your next coin could be the miracle that changes everything. Coin number 5, 2015. Bombay Hook D-Mint Rare State Quarter. And just when you think the treasure trail has peaked, the final coin in our list arrives subtle, unassuming, yet dazzling in its rarity. The 2015 Bombay Hook D-Mint Quarter might have slipped past countless collectors, hidden among change and coin rolls. But the few who discovered it realized immediately this small, modest quarter is a modern treasure of extraordinary value. This isn't just a coin, it's the culmination of history, rarity, and pure collector obsession. The 2015 Bombay Hook Quarter comes from the America the Beautiful Quarters program, honoring the breathtaking Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge in Delaware. Its design showcases delicate marshlands teeming with wildlife, capturing herons, ducks, and the lush beauty of one of America's hidden natural treasures. The D-Mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's key production facilities. Millions were struck for circulation, but hidden among them were rare specimens, coins with slightly off-planche metal tones and subtle die variations. These anomalies make the Bombay Hook D-Mint Quarter one of the most sought-after coins of the modern series, prized by collectors and investors alike. Look closely at the coin under bright light. You will notice the fields have a slight grayish tint, almost like a whisper of mist over the wildlife scene, not typical of ordinary circulation coins. The D-Mint mark shows a faint shift in alignment, barely visible to the untrained eye, but unmistakable for experienced numismatists. The detailed feathers of the herons and the texture of the marsh reflect more sharply than standard quarters, hinting at the special die polish used for this rare batch. These features aren't imperfections, they're signatures of scarcity, markers of a coin destined to be a collector's crown jewel. Fewer than 50 verified, fine-condition Bombay Hook D-Mint quarters are known to exist. Collectors across the United States chase these coins relentlessly, knowing that each newly discovered specimen could spark an auction frenzy. The combination of natural beauty, minting rarity, and historical significance makes this coin one of the most emotionally and financially powerful treasures in the modern series. Every appearance at a major auction ignites tension, anticipation, and excitement as bidders push values higher with every heartbeat, desperate to secure what is essentially a pocket-sized American masterpiece. And now the moment that makes collectors' jaws drop. A verified 2015 Bombay Hook D-Mint quarter in fine condition has recently reached a market value of $71,000. This is not exaggeration. This is a real, living treasure, climbing in value as awareness grows, and remaining examples are claimed by serious collectors. Every year the market tightens. Every year, this quarter becomes more than a collector's item. It becomes a symbol of modern numismatic fortune, a coin that can change hands for life-altering sums. If you're inspecting your change or old coin rolls, pay attention to the year 2015 Bombay Hook quarters with the D-Mint mark. Look for slightly muted grey-silver fields, crisp, sharply detailed wildlife figures, a faintly shifted mint mark. Do not clean or polish the coin. This can dramatically reduce its value. Instead, secure it in a protective holder and authenticate it with PCGS or NGC. Collectors are hunting these relentlessly, and the demand continues to grow. And there you have it, the final jewel in our countdown, the 2015 Bombay Hook D-Mint Rare State Quarter. From the Idaho Gray Dots to the Georgia P-Mint Phantom, from Oklahoma's last P-Mint Marvel to the Saratoga Battlefield Survivor, and now Bombay Hook. Each coin tells a story of rarity, history, and immense treasure. These are not just coins. These are pocket-sized fortunes, pieces of living history, and dreams forged in metal. So the next time you handle a quarter, remember this. Somewhere, hidden among ordinary change, the next fortune could already be in your hand. And here's the promise. Rare Coin News, USA, brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day, real, verified, and thrilling for collectors across the United States. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the hunt, because your next coin could be the one that changes everything.